everyone, this is Bart and Stacy with the Sound Couple back for quick fix number 2. And you're maybe asking yourself, what is a quick fix? Well, for us and for those of you that have been with us for a while, we are back to a familiar venue that we've been with, of course, with a familiar band. And so we're just hoping to give you a little taste of what it is and also just hit on some very key points, timely key points.
For a quick hit.
Quick hit.
It's a quick hit of the Sound Couple.
So first on our punch list is the fact that we haven't been here for a while and it looks like they've changed some things.
Yeah, it's like a year and a half since we've been at this club with a familiar band, and we've been doing a little bit of looking on Facebook, and it looks like the room has changed a little bit. Big thing, there's no big overhang. The acoustics in this room have always been, not super awesome. Not being back there in a long time. We're making assumptions that not much has changed, but after so much time, you never really know until we get there. So that's the first thing. What's the second thing?
Well, going along with the assumptions too is the fact that previously we have been able to use their lighting system.
Yes, and the lights are something that look to be there. We weren't told any other information. Stacy gets a break, we get a break on setting up lights, she gets to use the house lights, which has worked out pretty well. Please check out I think we got 3 other videos, I'll link to those so you can kind of see more of our longer length videos. One of the things we have with our van, and this was a recent comment, we bring our van in to almost all of our gigs, and one of the big benefits that we see is that we have mostly everything with us. So we're ready for on-the-fly adjustments. If we go there, for some reason their lights are not available, we still got our lights. So that's kind of the way we like to roll. We like to come with all the gear we need. If we don't end up needing it, that's fine. That's one of the advantages of having our van as our storage, and it's able to carry most everything we need.
Punch list number 2, center fill.
We got our CDL10s, and one of the things I'm going to try is a center fill. And it's not so much that the CDLs don't have the horizontal coverage. It's more about filling in the dancers for the dancers that are really close. So they're getting more of a direct shot of the vocals. The band we're with is on in-ears. So just a little bit of a support for that. I think the CDL10s are going to be CDL10Ps, excuse me, this is a really good, nice application for those. Okay, Stacy, what's number 3?
That would be new switches.
New switches? We're not talking light switches, we're talking computer switches. One thing that I've been thinking about from our CDL series videos is the difference between the CDL12s and the CDL-P series, and that is the onboard DSP and how you can go to the speaker and adjust them right on the CDL-P speakers, but on the CDL12s that we have, you need the networking. So I was thinking, there's got to be a better way. So what I did is I obtained these small little 5-port switches that I'm going to Velcro on the back of the cabinet. I can just run one Cat 5 cable up to them, and I'm hoping that not only will this make it easier, it'll just make it more attractive and actually possible when we do fly them to get Cat 5, so I can adjust volume and any other things I need to. So we're going to test that out tonight, and I'll show you that there. I think that's about it, Steve.
That's it. Short and sweet and to the point.
All right, we'll see you guys there. While we're here, this might look familiar, and the door is locked. I'm going to put you to work. She's going to start unloading some things, and I'm going to go walk around and get the door unlocked so we can start loading in. This place has an excellent load-in, one of the best, because the stage is right there. But I think we can just go right here. Absolutely. We're gonna head in and just walk in and open the door.
They took out the odd.
Oh, is it gone?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, this has changed. Yeah, they used to have a riser, because they moved the stage, but this is what it looks like now. So there used to be TVs that hung on down there, and they got rid of all that, exposed the ductwork up there. Just really opens up the room. We haven't been here since they've done that, and the lighting is here. I assume that's for us to use. We'll check in on that a little bit later, but for now, we're gonna focus on not falling, because it's kind of dark. Yeah, new steps here. Nice back area.
Although I kind of missed because it was nice to just
Oh yeah, we could
come in
lift.
and just.
So did they add this? They added to the wall, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yep. Yeah, we could scoop our gear right up onto the stage. Now we got to go up on the step, but it's still close. Let's do this, Stacy. Oh, that sounded positive. Okay, it's 5:46, and we just found our first kind of, not a hiccup, but slowdown. Is that the stage used to be right in this area. There was a drum riser, and they moved that, or they got rid of it, I should say. And this is where we always plugged in our power. But now, yeah, there's no, yeah, it came over right about here. Now, but yeah, there's no place to get power through, so we'd have to run all of our extension cords over there. They do have the 220 right over there, but that's really cutting it close on our 6.4 cable. We would at least have to get it up to here, which I would rather do that than run extension cords, I think, because otherwise we're running probably our 75-foot extension cords, right? Or is it even worth trying to get our tap to right here?
Probably.
So I guess we're getting our tap. Well, that's one more thing we got to do now. Looks like it gets plenty of use. Guessing that's what people do. Oh well. All right, we'll grab our tap, I think. Okay, time check, 6:07. So this is the CDL10P here, and there's the CDL12s right there. So again, it's not that we can't get the coverage, but like right here, so people are standing right here, they're gonna catch more of this vocal. We won't have to have it super loud. It's not for room coverage, it's just for proximity coverage. And I think that's gonna work out well. We've done that before, and then we didn't do it because we ended up bringing our full system. The first time we were here, they wouldn't allow us to ground stack the mains. So we had to put them up on the stage, so we only did one sub, one main, and then we decided to put the CDL12 in the middle. This form factor of this is a little bit more palatable to sight and a little bit more functional. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a pro tip. I haven't done one of those in a long time, or not a pro, but just a thinking ahead tip. When we're stacking up against the wall, it can be hard to get to the switches. It can be hard to get down here. So what I did is I just hooked these up prior to stacking the rest of the speakers while it was still accessible. I've had a habit of not doing that and then making this job way harder than it needs to be. So that was something I've been thinking ahead on here more lately, is just getting things hooked up before they're more difficult to get to.
Check. At least we got this, and we didn't have to bring in extras except for our standard Freedom Sticks.
Our Freedom Sticks, yep, and our hazer. But
Yes.
yeah, this was a big, well, not a big, but one of the unknowns, and yeah, she brought it up to us, and we're good to go. Oh, hello.
Hi.
So Stacy, we're gonna go a lesson here. What's the lesson?
Double check everything. It's easy enough to see if things are ready because of all the red lights are on.
So the back line of movers weren't on, and they had to come in and move the chains and actually lower the trussing. I don't know why. Did they have to plug them in?
They did. Makes
Okay.
me just wonder if the last
But-
man that was here.
So when you're on a house system, you gotta check and make sure everything is working, right? I was busy doing my own thing, so I'm not quite sure why that turned into a fiasco. But the house crew came over and helped us get those going. So that was the first thing.
Yep.
Second thing is I'm starting to think that wireless 2.4 is starting to be a huge challenge. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I'll show you guys our center fill here. Okay, this is what we ended up with. We got a switch. It's just attached up there with Velcro for network. And then we got, we're actually gonna get a power cable to come out of here to power the switch. Didn't come yet. So that's kind of cool. We can use the power out of here to power the switch. Just one Ethernet cable, and then to these boxes here, which have our switches in here. So what didn't work tonight is we got the other one over here, and we have the ability to run this wireless, but it didn't work in here tonight. So what we ended up doing is just running a Cat5 cable across to the other one, because this one over here The Cat 5 for this is plugged into the other port of the NSB here. So that's how we're getting our Ethernet to this side. So it's a little bit more work. I was hoping that the wireless, so we wouldn't have to run a cable, would work, but it didn't here tonight. And then there's our CDL10P here for our center fill. And this is how the room is looking like up here. Hopefully get some more people in here. I'll show you on this side too. There's our switch right there. Cat 5. And that's so I can control it via Worx control. Okay, there's Eric heading out soon. Actually, you guys are slow tonight. We're doing a little sound couple stuff here. Yes, just a weedy bit.
It's one of those nights, you know, where we just didn't get the bodies at the bar. It rarely happens to a band of our stature.
No, it worked out good with the power here. It's one of the nice things, I guess it kind of was a accident, but with these tails we were able to just put the power up there, made it work. I guess it beats running. Kind of my motto is it's always quicker to run one cable than it is to run several individual extension cords. Yeah, we made it work. Okay, it is 1:08. We are, what? I don't know if that closed. She's gonna go, you need a hand with that?
Nope, I got it.
It's 1:08, and so it took us a little over an hour to get out. Just doing a final check, and boy do we got a recap for you. So stick around for that. We are clear. We'll hit the light switch here. Yeah. Pick up a couple things. Just get them in a pile. The light switch for the lights is right over there on that wall of all places. Who would have thought?
1:33 and we are well on our way. Our punch list from tonight, starting with being back to a club we haven't been at for a while.
It's been about a year and a half and things have changed around there a little bit. The power was moved, or actually it wasn't moved, the stage was kind of set up differently, so we ended up using the power tab. I kind of didn't want to do that, but I think it worked out for the best. And then the room was opened up. It kind of let the system breathe a little bit more, and the sound wasn't so loud within where the dance floor is and all that. So I think it'd be nice if they put some batting or some padding up there, some sound absorption, but this was a step in the right direction. So the sound in the room was better.
Number two, kind of going along with that, then was the center fill.
Yeah, the center fill. We used the CDL10P for a center fill, and I had it on a matrix, and I was just pumping the vocals into that a little bit and a little bit of the guitar, and I think it worked out great. There wasn't a ton of people there tonight, but for the people that were right there, being that the band is on in-ears, no amps, had the vocals there, I think we're going to be using the CDL10Ps a lot more in the future as center fill.
Number 3 is new switches.
The new switches, because Bart now wants control of the CDL12s and to be able to monitor them. Worx control is nice, and trying to skate by a little bit on the one side with a wireless router, it's just not going to be reliable enough. We ended up hardwiring in. It's a nice thing about the NSB switches, we can get an Ethernet connection with those. The switches work good. I think we'll be engaging or using the Worx control a little bit more in the future. Is that it for the punch list?
That is it for the official punch list.
Okay. Now for the sound couple review. We are not on autopilot right now. We haven't had a lot of gigs, frankly, lately. And what I learned tonight is that once we're into the swing of our busy times, we kind of go by muscle memory, right, Stacy?
Yes.
And tonight we went into that autopilot muscle memory, and it didn't go so good.
But guess what? That's okay. It gets us back into the swing of things.
Yeah, the show went well. I mean, it was just all on us. We got the show off on time. There wasn't a ton of people there. The band played well, but I think we all kind of felt just kind of the lack of energy, or less energy, I shouldn't say lack of energy. The band always brings it, and we do our best as well. So I think that's it, everybody. Thank you for hanging around. Thank you for watching, as always. Make sure you comment and all that other good stuff, and we'll see you guys at the next gig.